the ambulance. The detail on him, my wife's died. I shot her with a pistol. Oh my God.
Where did you shoot her at?
I don't know, I just fired.
Where's the pistol? Listen.
There's nothing in this world that compares to having to take a life. Nothing.
Oh God. Oh God.
All I do is think about every second of what happened that day, and if there was another option, I didn't know it.
I couldn't take it no more, sir. I couldn't take it no more.
I'm looking at the rest of my life in prison, but no matter what the outcome of this, my mind will always be trapped in a prison cell. You'll never escape that, no matter what.
What is your name?
My name is Bryan Steven Lawson.
This is News Channel 11 at noon.
A man accused of first-degree murder in the shooting death of his wife in January had his case bound over to the grand jury this week. Bryan Lawson is charged with first-degree murder and reckless endangerment in the death of his wife, Beth Chandra Lawson. Churchill police say a home surveillance system recorded Lawson shooting his wife. Investigators said that video also showed the pair in an argument before the shooting. The couple's small child was standing beside Chandra Lawson when she was shot.
It's a very serious charge. It's not a death penalty charge, but it is a first-degree murder charge. Theoretically, he could go to jail for the rest of his life. And he believes that he has a good case of self-defense because he was in an abusive relationship. The state's going to argue that it was not self-defense, that he intended to do this, but my personal feeling is when the jury does see what was taking place, that they're going to realize that, you know, he had to defend himself, and he doesn't wish to harm or hurt anyone. Hey, Ron.
Hey, Larry, how you doing?
Fine. We're going to look at the film, okay?
Okay.
The events that led up to the actual shooting. Ryan, why don't you tell us what the plans were this morning?
I got up that morning, you know, sitting there waiting on her. She was standing in the bedroom watching TV. I went back. She opened the door, greeted me, was fine at that point. And I started saying, hey, you know, we gotta go. You know, we're already behind schedule, running late. And she snapped.
Is there a reason why you just didn't get up and hit her back at that point?
I was too scared to.
Why do you think she continued to hit you as many times as she did on the video?
She enjoyed it in these states. When she went to these fits of violence, anything was possible. She was very dangerous. Had I said the wrong word right here, she would have killed me.
She would have hit you with the bat.
Yes. And my whole goal during this situation was to do everything to calm her down. And any sign of aggression would have pushed her further.
Why do you think she tries to strike the ground at where your feet are?
She knows that my left foot on this side is crippled. And she knows that my foot's been through multiple operations. She was trying to cause me the most pain and anguish she could that day.
How many different times would you say over the years that she's used the ball bat on you?
At least 10, 15 times.
Okay. What about hit you in the throat with her fist or her knuckles?
Almost every time. And that would be upwards in the hundreds of times.
The video speaks for itself, and that is very important to your defense in this case. If it wasn't for the video, you'd be looking at a serious amount of time. But I suspect that the state's going to argue you did this knowing that it was all going to be on camera and set her up to cause her to beat on you, get her started beating on you, so you could, in essence, pull the trigger. You need to be able to tell the jury why you had an internal security system in your apartment.
About a year prior to this, one night I went out and I caught a girl that about a week before been arrested for breaking in another apartment. So me and my wife decided to get a surveillance camera in case our apartment was broken into. She picked them out, she purchased them, she brought them home, and I had them installed. I've been with her almost 10 years at this point, and she abused on me. And I took it because there was no controlling her. And right here, she says, I haven't decided for sure how you're going to die, but you're going to.
Why did you not walk away from this?
I couldn't leave my son. She had him in the back room, and I believed that had I left, or even called the police before they would have got there, she would have took her life.
Was there access to weapons?
She had a 12 gauge, 3.5-inch Magnum set up to shoot. It was hanging in her bedroom on the wall. Also, there was a Taurus 38 special back there. And right here is when I retrieved the pistol from behind the couch, and I just got it, put it in my pocket for her safety. Tried to defend me and my son's life to the best of my ability.
There's no dispute that Bryan shot her. There's no dispute that he said he shot her. The dispute is why he did it.
I kept her domestic abuse a secret because I didn't want people to know that she was doing things like that. I didn't know what to do. There's no class for men or guys to say, hey, if your wife's beating you, you need to do this. This is the steps you need to take if you're having these type of problems in your relationship. I'm 6'5", 250, 260 pounds. Why didn't you jump up and do anything? Well, if I would have hit her, she would have killed me for sure. I'll tell you, one time I did get mad enough to leave, and she got a pistol out and put it in her mouth, and had it not jammed, she would have killed herself. You know, I love her just as much right now as I did the first day I met her, and I always will. I wish I would have done something different. It just spiraled out of control.
Well, he's certainly guilty of pulling the trigger. Now, did he have a reason to feel that his life was in danger and that he was defending himself? I certainly think he does. Yes, I do. I think it's a classic case of self-defense.